What's up, world? It's Katrina,
And Marlina, and this is Excess Baggage.
the podcast where two friends in their 30s unpack all of life's baggage. This episode, we're unpacking aging.
Okay, let's start the show.
Hey, girl, what's your baggage today?
I would say it's two things. One, I don't know, man. I know we've been talking about COVID for like the longest time, but I mean,
we've been in COVID for the longest time.
I know, but damn, can a bitch live? Like every time I turn around, I get a little comfortable, and then I hear some random ass story about, oh, the Delta variant, and this is happening, and now California is talking about, oh, when you go inside, maybe we should go back to people wearing their masks inside. I was like, it's too late now. These motherfuckers gonna do whatever they want. I dare you. If the only place that they probably can like for real, like mandate that would be like the grocery store, somewhere that's so common, everyone has to go to. That's the only way. But other than that, no, I think people are just
They should have lifted the mask mandate in the first place. That didn't make any sense to me.
Me either. I really didn't think so, but I don't know. I was seeing some stuff people doing. They burning their masks, girl. They doing little.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know what's going on with that, but it was very strange. I'm like, I didn't think it was that deep.
Yeah,
but apparently it was. It was infringing on their rights, darling. So they were just, they're upset. I don't know. I'm ready. If we're going to go back, if this is, I think this summer, we're going to see what happens, because they said damn near a lot of people, I want to say 70% or something of Californians are vaccinated. So let's see if it really works. I mean, there's nothing to know. We don't fucking know.
Right.
See if it really works. And I'm still wearing my mask though. And I don't care what anybody says. And if they think I'm weird, then I'm weird then. Oh, well, I'm weird.
Let me be weird. Yes.
So that's one piece of baggage. And I think my other piece is just, I think it's part two of the same thing, except like just with work. I don't know. Part of me wants to go back, everyone, some people love and hate the working at home. For me, it would be nice to have a balance. But I think for certain industries, like it's hard to do this work at home. And so, for 6 months, it was okay. For a year, it was okay. But then once you get past a certain time period, like people are starting to freak out. And so I'm thinking that certain people need to go back to work. If they feel like, this is something I really need to do. I need to go back to work, and I feel that way in a way. But then I also am like, I like it. It's kind of leisurely. I can still get everything done, but still have a life. And I think once I have children, that'll be helpful. If I could stay at home on certain days and, do this hybrid, it would be nice to see companies do hybrid work situations, because honestly, like every 9 to 5, we ain't all sitting at the computer working our asses off. Okay. Every 9 to 5 a 9 to 5 could be a breeze, where you took a 2-hour lunch and you didn't really do shit. And that's okay too. I mean, work-life balance. But yeah, I don't know. Those are it's COVID. It's COVID. It's got to go. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over people trying to get their money back and shit. Like these airlines, I keep looking at flights. I'm like, $600 for what? For where? Where are we going?
And then some of the airlines are canceling flights because they're understaffed.
Exactly. Which is, that's unfortunate, but
a whole other issue. Yeah.
Yeah. You need to get some more people on board.
You want to charge me more money and you ain't got as many people on board.
Exactly.
Helping me out and doing what I need to do.
Can't even get the snacks I really want. Y'all giving me just some wild shit that I didn't really want. I just flew not too long ago. It was like, okay.
It was basic.
It was
basic
super
snacks.
basic. They need to, airlines, they super trash, yo. Like, really, if you think about it, you think about the quality of things that you used to get 15 years ago, maybe. Like you would go on a plane and they would give you an actual meal. Now they're just fucking, here's a cookie. Here, you parrot. Here's some fucking peanuts. It's
Right.
like, what? That's all you're giving me? I just spent $500 and all you're giving me is this?
Yeah.
And not even
It
free
depends on where you're
booze?
going. Yeah.
Then you want to charge me for booze too? It should all be included. Fuck that.
Not that anymore.
Anyway, I started
pay extra for that.
I started exactly. You got to get in first class for some sense of hospitality. But anyway,
Right.
I digress, and I went on a tangent. Sorry, audience, but Katrina, what's your baggage today?
My baggage is there's a lot of shit going on in my life, and I probably need to take some time off and like deal with the shit, or like just chill. And I'm
can do that.
with that. I can, but I'm having a hard time with it. I was telling my cousin today, I have a hard time taking time off sometimes because I only work like 3 days a week. So I'd be like, do I really? And I don't even work like 8-hour days. So I'd be like, do I really? Like, it's okay. I can work those like 5 hours a day.
No.
But
no, I don't agree. Like, I'm like, no. First of all, you are in mental health. Okay. So you're dealing with a lot of people's mental health. So that means you need to make sure that your mental is straight, because if you're not, how are you going to be serving these people? Number one. And number two, it's too much. It's called excess baggage. You need to be able to take some time.
So I hear you and I agree with you. I think the challenge is when the stuff that I would be taking time out for is not going to change. That's when it becomes challenging. Because like, it's not going to be different in a week or two. I'm still going to be dealing with it. Yeah, I'll have had some time off, but it's still going to be the same shit. And I think that's where I start to have a problem, because I'm like, I'm going to have to go back to work anyways, and none of this shit is going to change. And recognizing that I probably just need to take a break just for the sake of taking a break. And especially because right now I'm not just working as far as like seeing clients, I'm also doing other things and in the process of expanding. So I'm hiring therapists right now. So that's a whole other like role that I'm taking on. And I'm kind of like, maybe I should just like not see clients for a couple weeks or something like that.
Yeah,
and
you
just
take
like
off 2
chill.
weeks. You're the boss.
Yeah, but Katrina also got to get paid. And if I don't see clients, ain't nobody paying me. There's no vacation time over here. We working up to that. We ain't there yet, okay?
I'm like this. I'm like, shoot. I was like, if I was
once you start working for yourself, you can just take time off whenever you want to and all of that kind of stuff. People forget the money don't roll in if you ain't working.
That's true. That's true. No, you're right.
But I would there. I'm working on it.
I probably just, you know what I would do? I would be like, hey, clients, like, I know we only see each other twice a week, but you think about doing another session? Or, I would probably like try to like get some money like before I was about to like take off for those 2 weeks. So then I wouldn't feel so bad.
Pile your schedule on.
Yes,
I've done that before, but not in the way that you talked about it. When I'm taking time off, what I'll do is I'll take the clients that like maybe I see them on every other week, or I see the clients that I see every other week mainly, not the ones I see weekly, but the ones I see every other week, I'll be like, hey, do you want to move to one of the opposite weeks? That way I still have the same amount of money coming in. It just won't come in that week. It'll come in the week before, the week after. Mm-hmm. I've definitely done that, but most of my clients are bi-weekly, so I can do that, and it usually works. Yeah, so I will definitely, absolutely take some time off, schedule my clients that I see bi-weekly before or after that week, so I can make sure that money is still coming in. But I'm not scheduling additional sessions for clients that I see once a week. That's not happening. Like, if it's not necessary, then why? You know what I mean? Like, if they're in crisis and they call me like, Katrina, I need another session, that's a different story. But because I'm going on vacation, no. No, not unless they feel like they absolutely need to be seen. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I know I acknowledged today, which is why that is my baggage for the day, that there is a lot of shit going on, even in just the last couple of weeks. Like I was gonna say, this month is now July, but the month of June was a shit show, and it's just a lot. And I know I recognize today I should probably take some time away. I don't know what that's gonna look like. I already cut my event schedule for the summer, but I might need to take some time away from doing that. We'll see. It's just hard. It's hard to sit around and be in it, says the therapist.
Right. Right.
But when it's a life transition that nothing about it is going to shift. It's going to be the same thing next week, next month, whatever. It makes it challenging to say I'm going to take this time. But I realized today there's a lot happening, and I should probably, even if it's just a couple days, just take a break. So that is my baggage today. The therapist is having a hard time, taking care of herself in this moment, because I'm also a business owner and I got bills to pay. There's shit to do.
Can you pay my bills? Can't pay myself on bills.
Listen, if somebody could come and pay these bills, I take all the time.
Then maybe, baby, we can chill. Well, today's topic is aging. I don't know how.
I don't know how that transition works.
Not gonna lift your spirits up or anything, but
that we're gonna have where we not lifting my spirits. We gotta pick different topics.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We need like a series of just happy episodes.
Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, yeah. After the next one, so like after this next one that we have next, we'll do a happy series. Okay, I bet. Let's do it. Let's do a happy series. We're just keeping it real. That's how I feel. But
listen, this is the second time you done said this to me on an episode, and I'm tired of it already.
I'm just saying, when keeping it real goes wrong.
Getting older. The thing you realize is happening once you hit 25.
I know. And I was thinking the other day, I was driving and I was on Melrose because that's where my 25th birthday was. I had like this big party and I passed by the spot. Like, it's not the same name or anything like that. I don't even know if it's open anymore, but they've gone through name changes. I've gone there when it wasn't the place that I had my party at, and it was another name or whatever, but same thing. It's a bar, restaurant.
Right.
And now it's just completely shut down. And I was thinking like, dang, man, I should have really took that in. I should have really took in my 25th birthday. I was so caught up on like, I don't even want to go into that, but I was so caught up in something specific that didn't happen the entire party that I, spent all this money. I'm not saying I didn't have a good time. I did have a good time, but I like spent all this money or whatever. But at the end of the night, like I was still like upset. Like I wasn't happy, and I got super fucking drunk. And when I say drunk, I was drunk. Like they had to carry me to the car. That's how drunk I was on my 25th birthday. And in my defense, because I was planning the party and I didn't really have any help, it was just me planning this party. So I'm running around, I'm picking up balloons, I'm doing all these different things that I really didn't eat. So I get to the party and then everyone's like, happy birthday. And they're like, here, I bought you a drink. Here, let's do a shot. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh, I'm just moving. I'm doing the M Lively thing. I'm being lively. And, it went downhill. So, but I was just thinking about aging, because that really doesn't feel like that long ago to me. Neither does even my 18th birthday. 16, I would say now is like, okay, that's kind of far. But 18, I still know I was at on this red dress. I was at eating dinner at Buca de Beppo at like City Walk with my friends. And I remember it was raining that day. Like I remember my 18th birthday, but now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like, damn, man, that was a while ago though. That was a while ago. And so I'm like I just hope that I keep that spirit, like just keep up a spirit that's like about living, because I've seen too many older people just, I'm old. You know, they say stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, but you're living. So, like, yeah, maybe
The life changes
I know,
as
maybe
you
your
get
knee
older.
hurts, or maybe something happened or whatever. But like, just to be like, I'm old and not have any more experiences, and just kind of be like, oh, I guess I'm just gonna ride this out and complain. Like, I don't want that. Like,
Okay.
I'll complain, yes, like to be constructive, but like if we're not actually like for
Doing
real
anything?
doing anything, then I'd be trying to like, I don't know how, no one knows how long they're gonna live. So
Right.
I'm trying to do all the things and see all the things while I can, you know, and
Right.
then we'll see what happens in the next lifetime, you know, something else. I don't feel like death is like that's the it. That's the end, like Janet Jackson. No, I think it's literally you die and then it's you're reborn. I feel like you're reborn again, or like something happens. Like you
Mm.
have your life is still going, you know, especially
Mm-hmm.
when you're creating like legacies and lineage. Like, I don't know. I just don't think death is the end. So that's why I feel like aging, I don't know. I really just hope that I keep that high spirit. Like, I hope I don't get there and be like, I know what those people are talking about. Now I get it. Now I'm old, you know. But I'm like, I thought you only older as you feel. So I'm just gonna be like,
Shit, sometimes you be feeling old as shit.
I know. I'm just like, I just wanna. I don't know. What is it? Working
Maybe not,
out?
but your body might feel off. We don't always have control over that.
True, but I don't know. J Lo is 50, and that bitch looks more toned than I do. She looks
J-Lo
like
got a lot of money too,
she
so
does. She does. But I'm just saying, some there's
niggas
some
age
there's
different,
we
okay?
right. I know. I'm just like, there's got to be a secret or something. I don't know. Keep walking, go on walks. I don't know. What is it? I don't. No one knows. I don't know. Some people do.
I mean, I think. Oh, okay. So this is making me think of. I was reading some article, something I saw probably on Facebook somewhere or whatever. It might have actually been a video, but anyways, it was a woman. I want to say she might have been like 100 or something like that. Like she was old, and they asked her what was the secret. And I've seen a couple of these. So one of them, this particular woman, black lady, had me cracking up because she was like, I just mind my business and read my Bible. I was like, okay. Like, just mind your business. Mind your business. You'll grow old with grace or whatever. And then I've seen other stories where they're like, well, what were the things that you did that you felt like kept you young? And it's like, oh, like I have a shot every day. So whatever the people are telling you who are not there yet, like I don't know because I don't know if I believe any of it. Like whatever people are telling you, if they haven't gotten there yet, all of these uh, mysteries, theories, doctors, all of this stuff that people say, I don't like. Who knows? Sometimes you just live long. You can prevent yourself from like aging more drastically by eating healthy, working out, keeping yourself like well in all of those different ways, not stressing, minding your own business, that kind of stuff. But I mean, life be lifing, so who knows?
True. I mean, I just don't, I'm not ready to get old. I guess that's at the end of
What
the
is
day,
old though?
I don't know, but whatever that is, because,
You're
you
not
know,
ready for
what
it.
I'm just not ready for it. Like, I just can't, oh, I just can't see it. I can't see it. But then, like, once you're there, it's like you're there. Right.
Right,
So
right.
I'm just hope that, like, my partner or whoever whatever is going on in my life, I hope that it's like super positive and I'm super just pumped. You know what I mean? Like, I just hope that I'm not like, ugh, another day. You know, I just hope that I'm not like that.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. I'm okay getting older. I think I'm not ready to feel old in my body. Like, I'm not ready for my body to just not be my body the way that I'm used to it. I mean, already going into my 30s, my body is different. We can say that. But it doesn't feel old. It just a little more seasoned. It's a little more
Not
grown.
seasoned. Not seasoned. No, that's true
Because
though.
I was an athlete for a really long time. So now I'm starting to feel some of the impact of that in a way that I did not when I was younger. And it's not like I feel old, but it's like, oh yeah, that's an old injury that like, yeah, it's been worn a little bit, right?
Right.
But that to me, like it doesn't feel like my body is just wearing away. It's just, yeah, you done had some bumps and bruises along the way. Like you was doing all the
Right.
things. But I'm not ready for my body to just not be in a place where I can get up and move and do the things that I want to do and feel okay. Like I
Yeah,
know
of
I'm not
course.
going to be as strong, or I'm not going to, my weight might be carried differently and different things like that. Like that's okay. But I'm not ready for that other stuff. Not feel like I can get around.
Yeah, to me, that's the scariest part about getting older. It's not feeling able,
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that.
Also, I'm more nervous about. So okay, so my grandmother is 89 years old, and like she's 90 this year, and like there are episodes of people in her life just like dying incessantly. It feels like every time you turn around. I think I'm not ready for that. Like when you get to be the old one, like you outliving all your friends and family members, I think that would be really hard for me. I don't know how I would deal with that. And, the isolation of it. I mean, she's been lucky enough that she could go places and do things, and she's been very active, minus COVID. But I would, I think I'm more nervous about that part. Like, I'm not ready for the people in my life be living forever in my family. We'll be outliving everybody.
No, yeah. My great grandmother, I think she was 89 when she passed. My other great grandmother, she passed when she was 60, but my grandmother now is, in her mid 70s. So she's
Right,
outlived both of her parents.
right.
I feel like my grandparents are just going to live a long time because I don't know. I just have that feeling.
They already have lived a long
No,
time.
I know, but even I feel like it's gonna be even longer. Like they just to me, they've kind of like stood the test of time, even through like struggles or whatever. Like
Yeah.
they're still them. They're still them.
Well, great. Hopefully, we are still us then too.
Right, I don't know though, because like, do you get older and then you go into a stage of just like, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna be different now. Like, maybe I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I'm just
So,
now.
like, there's a lot of that happening as people get older.
Right.
My grandma's like that, but also I feel like she's been like that as long as I've known her.
Right. But I just feel like
Never gave a fuck.
the older they get, it's like, oh, okay. Like
Yeah.
I might say something a little out there and it's okay. Like, what are you gonna say? You're not gonna say
Right.
anything. What are you gonna
Right.
say?
Yeah.
So I get that. I don't know. But then
Yeah.
I think about it, I'm like, come on, we're only in our 30s. Like I don't feel like I said, I don't feel old at all. I don't. Like, yes, my body has changed or whatnot, but
Right.
I don't feel old. The only thing is, no, if anything, I feel like it's more seasoned, yes, but it's more seasoned stamina. Like now I kind of know, like, okay, I know what I can and cannot do. And then, like, it's fine. Like, I'm fine with that,
Yeah.
things that I was daring enough to do in my 20s. Like, now I'm just like,
Mm,
nah, I'm not doing that.
nah.
Not doing it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's
I
like
feel
it's
that.
cool, but I'm not doing that. And I think that's just
Yeah.
like the privilege, I guess, to me about aging. I guess that's like the silver lining. As long as you're on the right track, I feel like you grow each stage. So yeah, there is
Yeah.
going to be by the time we get to our 60s and 70s and 80s and however long, I feel like then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Right.
Who knows how much longer I'm going to be here? I'm going to do whatever I want.
Right. Remember well, I don't know if this was the case for you, but when we were younger and 30 was old.
Oh yeah, I used to say that. I used to tell my dad, I was like, he told me he was 30. When I don't know how old I was, but he's like, I'm 30, and I was like, oh, you're old. I used to say that to
Right.
him.
I
I used
used
to
to
say
say
that to
that
him.
too. Like
And now
30
I'm
was
like,
so old to me. And now I'm like, we're really not that
not
old.
that old.
Not that old
No.
at all. And I think it's also different in our generation. I feel like we're kind of that like transitional generation where like our parents were they like got out of high school and had whole jobs and were buying houses and stuff like at much
Right.
younger ages.
Right.
Whereas we're still trying to figure life out in our 30s. Like when I listened to some of the stuff that my parents were doing at my age, I'm like, y'all were like real adults. I don't feel like a real adult. I still feel like I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Right.
Like,
No,
it's a
that's
whole
true.
different life. So yeah, I don't know. It feels 30 feels a lot younger than I think I thought it was gonna feel, partly because I realized there's so much life after 30, but also partly because I'm not doing the things I thought I would be doing by 30.
That's true. It's really
Not in a
true.
bad way, but different.
It's different. No,
Hopefully out
yeah.
here, like family, kids. Well, I never thought I was gonna have kids. That's not true. I thought I was gonna be out here, like grown adult, having a house, like holding it down, paying bills, doing all of these like really adult things, vacationing all the time. That's not. That's,
I
ain't
said
nobody
to
else
my
got a
friend
house.
today, I was like, man, I don't know who I'm going to end up with, but we got to have a vacation every quarter. Okay. Every 3 months, I got to get out of this bitch. So,
Yes.
like, this person has to be down for that. I can't even, and I'm not even saying it has to be a long trip. Like, it can
Right.
be, a
Long
little
weekend.
Thursday to Sunday action, something like that. It could be something like that, but definitely something. I feel like every quarter.
Right. At this point, like if you were open to it, but just don't stop me from doing it.
Oh, that's true.
Like, I'm a go. You can come if you would like. However, if you ain't about that life, stay your ass at home. That's fine. Just don't stop me from doing what I want to do. 'Cause I'm
That's
gonna get
true.
out.
Yeah, that's very true. I concur. I would do the exact same thing. Yes, I would. Case
Yep.
closed.
You gotta go.
Well, do you think there's like a no, you said earlier you don't think there's a secret to staying young because everybody lives however long they're gonna live.
Yeah. I think there are things that you can do to prepare yourself in a way of like taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health, your spiritual health. That I think those things definitely help. I also think you can prepare by like, let's be real, like you don't know how long you're gonna live. You don't know when illness is gonna strike. You don't know when accidents are gonna happen. And so preparing also like your estate and doing all the estate planning things and having life insurance, like that kind of stuff, I think you can prepare in those ways. Making sure that all of like your stuff is together. What my both of my grandparents on my dad's side, they had already purchased a plot
Mm-hmm.
and paid for it. And like it was so that kind of stuff was already taken care of. And so you can prepare in those kind of ways for like death. But other than that, I just feel like you gotta live life and do the best that you can.
Yeah, definitely estate planning. I don't know, like I don't know. I kind of like it in one way, like yeah, I want to prepare, and then on the other way, I'm like, damn man, I want to be prepared, but I kind of want my like family members to like do what they think I would have liked. Let them freestyle. I mean, really, funerals and stuff like that are for the living. They're not for the dead.
Yeah, but you don't have to like plan it to a T. Just
No,
set
but
some
I'm
money
saying
aside.
no, definitely. That's what I'm saying. That's what I would do. I would set some money aside,
Yeah.
but I would definitely like one of my aunts. They had like everything. Okay,
Mm.
everything. She had everything ready to go and how she wanted it, and doves flown, and it was a whole thing. And I was like, damn, this is really her. Like I felt like she was there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I could do that.
Right. I get that.
Even though I'm a planner, everybody knows I like to plan parties and shit like that. But that's like the one thing that I would
That's
be
the
like,
ultimate party, Marlena. It's your final
mm,
party.
no, I would plan the party. And so, no, that's what I would do. Not the
Not
fucking
the
like
funeral. You gonna plan
cemetery,
the
all that
party.
shit. No, I'll plan the after party. That's what you'll be like. Yeah, you got the DJ rocking, you got the food she like, everything. I would plan that shit. But I don't know about like, I'd set the money aside, let my family, my loved ones, pick out the colors, and I think why? Because I feel like everybody in the family needs to experience that at least once. Because guess what? People do pass away or whatever. And so I feel like instead of it being that one good daughter or that one good niece or whoever that usually has it together has to plan everybody's freaking funeral, everybody should experience it together.
Yeah,
they
but
should
that's
do
not how that should work. Families be a wreck when somebody dies, and it's always drama.
I know, so much drama.
Somebody's pitching in, somebody's not pitching in, somebody didn't get their money back. Somebody, like, it's always gonna be something, and it be the main ones sometimes be the ones that shouldn't have a say in the first place.
No, that's true though. That's straight facts.
Cousin. That straight cousin facts. On the side that y'all don't even talk to. Like, I don't know. I feel like I want to at least make sure there's enough that like my family will be okay financially. Like me dying should not stretch y'all financially.
Right.
I don't really know that I care that much about what it looks like. Although, if I had it my way, y'all can always throw a crab boil in my honor. Put my picture on the table.
Katrina said, throw a crab boil.
Listen, this is what my family does, and it is my favorite thing. Okay, like I did it for my birthday several years. I've done it. Like if I ever get married, we having a crab boil. If I ever get married, I don't know if that's ever happening, but this man better know. We gonna be in the backyard kicking it, crab boil, because that's what I enjoy. So have a crab boil in my honor. Pour out some alcohol, have a couple drinks, couple shots of tequila.
You gotta pour out some liquor for me. No, seriously.
Absolutely.
You got to. One of my aunts passed away and her favorite drink was Coke 45, yo. And we drank some of that shit. And I was like, Jesus. I was like, how was she drinking this? I just didn't. It was just so like harsh. But I drank it in her honor and we poured some out for the dead homie. Do you understand? You got to do it because I loved her. Like, so I was just like, damn, I'm going to miss her. I'm going to miss her and I'll miss this, even though it wasn't for me. But I'm still going to miss this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I guess, the preparing is, do what you can. That's all I'll say. Do what you can to make the process a little easier. But I don't know if it has to be. Yeah, it is. First of all, we really do need to talk about that, though. I don't know if that's another episode. Like, what's up with the prices for, storing
when you die
bones? I mean, you're storing bones. Mm-hmm. So you're trying to tell me it's 10 G's?
$1 million.
Is this to get a damn, what is that called when they put on the gravestone? You know how much that costs just to get the person's name on it? It's ridiculous. America, this all should be within the healthcare, okay? Because people live and then they die, okay?
Girl.
It's a whole, what did we take? Human psychology? Like the evolution of a human. So guess what? This should be included within our outro instead of putting this all on the family. That's so crazy.
They don't care a lick about us. They just want our money. Even when you die. That is why I feel like estate planning, wills, that kind of stuff is really important, just because, especially, let's talk about it, Black folks, right? There are generations above us that they owned houses, they owned property, like they really did it up and had themselves set up in ways that our generation, not to say that we're not doing it, but it's a little bit more challenging in certain ways. And
because everything's fucking expensive. We can't buy shit.
Especially out here in Cali. And they kept a lot of it, but when they died, they were not, the family was not able to keep it for different reasons, or like stuff happens, right? So somebody dies, there's all kinds of things that end up
Lots of
happening.
things happen.
And people are not able to keep these properties and things of that nature, or the family fights over it. Like there's all kinds of shit. And so I think that kind of stuff, especially as Black folks, is really important because that is how you build wealth. That is how you build generational wealth. And that's how you get your family just settled and good. That's how you keep your family settled and good. So that kind of stuff I think is hugely important. At least prepping in those ways, like what are your assets? How have you protected them so that your family can be good going forward? That kind of stuff I think is something that Black folks need to do more of.
I agree. I completely agree, you know? But I also, of course, see the other side. I know that it's a fucking struggle, man. It's a
Yeah.
struggle. And shit be happening that is unexpected. And then, you know, you're not prepared because you've just been trying to survive all these years.
For so long. Yeah.
And, you know,
yep. I hear you.
That's just a lot.
But we still only just in our 30s. And hopefully we got time.
I pray the Lord we got time.
Girl, we over here talking about dying. What about just retirement? Because that shit's not looking good either.
I know. We do need the retirement though. Like get your 401ks up, your stocks, whatever you got to do. Like start doing something money wise because the little crumpets of the Social Security that they giving people.
Girl.
Shit. You better have something stored away for a rainy day. But you know, it also people also need years of rainy days. And we pay so much taxes, man. Like it's really ridiculous. I don't even want to get into that, but it's just pretty ridiculous that people are living on fixed incomes that, you know, been paying into things for years.
Forever.
You know, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I don't know either. I gotta figure that out myself. Whole different world when you ain't got nobody else taking care of that. You don't have a job taking care of that. I gotta figure that out for myself too.
Yeah. Deep.
Oh, adulthood.
It gets better every day.
That's one way to say it. Is there anything you're gonna enjoy about getting older, Marlena?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be the old woman in the club. Not the club though, like just the dance floor. Like I don't think I'll ever stop dancing. And I look forward to that status of just like not giving a fuck. And like these young people like, oh, look at this old lady go. And it's just like, yeah, I'm still moving, bitch. Don't even come over here. Don't even try to battle me on the floor right now. Just don't. You know, hopefully my heart's still good. You know what I'm saying? Hope my heart's still good. I'm getting my steps in. Like, yeah.
I can't.
Break it down one time. So I'm looking forward to that. But, you know, I just want to make sure that I keep active, you know, just keep active, keep working at it, you know, not being lazy. Like, I just don't want to be lazy. And I know that sometimes we all have lazy moments. Like, I'm not saying don't be lazy, but I just don't want to get into like I said earlier, like waiting to die. Like I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna live.
The next segment is called Roses. So Marlena, who do you want to give your rose to this week?
You know, after having that discussion, I think I want to give my rose to just Black people, man. Just I don't know. Crack. Yeah, Black don't crack. Like our lineage are like it's strong, man. Like I be seeing some older Black people or whatever, and they look strong. You know, and I know they've seen some shit. You know, like they really seen some shit. Like we've seen something. We've learned things, but like no, they were there.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I just want to shout them out. We talking about aging, and I just think, you know, Black is beautiful. It's amazing. We come in so many different shapes, sizes, colors, you know, so, and we bomb. You know, if I am looking forward to something, it's just, I know I'm going to be fly. I'm going to stay fly. So, shout out to Black people. Staying fly,
getting older, and all this stress and racism and all the nonsense, but we still out here.
But we still cute. Out here, and they still jocking us, jocking our style. So take it as a compliment. So, Katrina, who are you giving your roses to this week?
I'm going to give my roses to my grandmother. Oh, well, I have 2 grandmothers. I definitely should give them both the roses. But in particular, my grandmother that I was talking about earlier, 89 years old, going into her 90s. She's kicking it. Like she's older. COVID, I think, did a number on her a little bit, kind of aged her in a different way, but she's been living life, was still driving, still out here hanging out with her friends, going places, going, little trips to churches, taking stuff like that. She was on all of them. She was always going somewhere.
Grandma, you have a life.
Going to the casino and all of that kind of stuff. Still dancing, moving, everything. So shout out to her. I want to give her some roses because she's lived a good, long life and is still out here kicking it. So, and I love her. I appreciate her. This is my second, caregiver aside from my parent unit. She basically raised me growing up. So shout out to Grandma. Living life.
Oh, yeah.
Moving into her 90s.
Shout out to my grandma, too, man. One love. No, I love her. She's a beast, man. She's a beast. Taking care of business, even when it's not for her. It's not her business. She's taking care of everybody.
Grandma's always doing that, and you gotta love them for it. Because my grandma be taking care of everybody that lived in this woman's house. Everybody.
Right.
Because she take care of everybody.
Right.
And we love her for it.
Shout out to Grandma.
Well, that's another episode of Excess Baggage.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Excess Baggage Pod. That's Excess Baggage POD. Be sure to like, subscribe, and review on the podcast app and Spotify.
And remember to pack light and keep it tight.
Faux show.